I think I'm having a third of a life crisis. Stop! $35! Bitch, are you kidding? I feel like I just trauma dumped on you. Oh, I fear I am serving nothing but hard-boiled brown egg today. Oh no, from the front. Okay, anyways, hello, welcome back to the vlog. I know it's been a little bit and we're just gonna dive right into it, right off the top of the vlog. I think I'm having a third of a life crisis. I think that's assuming I'm being optimistic in terms of my lifespan, so maybe it's just a midlife crisis. I don't really know. Anyways, here's essentially what's going on. What's even happening? My brain is scrambled. I am serving egg and the inside of my egg is serving scrambled egg. I was so fortunate to have hired a full-time assistant about 8 years ago, and I was so lucky to have had her for the entire 8 years as a full-time employee, helping me and supporting me through like shoots and prep and admin and logistics, and truly just being like a second person on the team to help through so much. She just recently moved to the East Coast and I am so happy for her. It was honestly really emotional because I had her before I had Jeremy. Like, it's so crazy. I hired her right before I got Moose. So like, she's just been part of my life and part of my team for so long. So not only did I lose just like a core member of my team, but I also, for the first time in a decade, am changing managers, management, representation, whatever you want to call it. Possible agent. I have been with the same management company for the last decade of my career. And so I am essentially in a transition period is probably the best way to describe it. And I am someone who thrives in stability. I am someone who thrives in organization. I feel like there's just a lot of chaos and it's very much like controlled chaos, and I've had prep, I've been making my own decisions. So a lot of these changes aren't something that came out of the blue, but it's still not something that I typically deal with very well. So I'm definitely in the peak of a transition period currently. Another part of my career that has had a major shift is also brands almost entirely only wanting to sponsor short form content. And I think obviously, I mean, you've seen how the vlog channel has suffered because I've had to focus so much more of my time and energy and content on making short form content for Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. Obviously, this is also a business and my livelihood, and so it's not a shift that I can just ignore. And truthfully, I've been really struggling in finding the balance of keeping up with the vlogs because I love vlogging. I feel like vlogging comes very easily to me. I am a yapper, and I also just feel like the conversation and like the way that I get to connect with you in a vlog versus like a very strategically edited 80-second video is just so different. Like it's so much closer to a podcast and being able to yap. Like a lot of the vlogs are over 30 minutes, and I love being able to share like the in-depth parts of my life and be able to sit in the car for freaking over 5 minutes and tell you what's going on in my life. So to be totally honest with you, I'm struggling. I know also firsthand how annoying it is when creators recycle content across multiple platforms. Like if I were to just upload what I edited for TikTok to be put into a YouTube, like I know how annoying that is, and like that's not how I want to go about making my vlogs. But I think in turn, I'm just like struggling to find the balance. And so with the guest bedroom makeover, I've been documenting it in a series format. It's called Decor Detox. And I've put so much love into editing this series, and I've had so much fun because I used to have editors that would do all of my short form editing, but I've taken that over because I think that like having a hand in the editing is, I only have like 90 seconds. And so I have to be so strategic strategic in exactly like what sound effects I want to play, like to keep people's attention, because fighting for someone's attention on short form, it's brutal out there. It is hard. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that I would love your suggestions in terms of what your preference is, or if you're okay with seeing content that has been edited for another platform used within vlogs. Like truly, I'm so open to hearing your feedback. I desperately want to make everyone happy, honestly. That genuinely is how I feel. I just like never want like the vlog to feel neglected, and I also feel like a huge part of me is missing when I'm not vlogging processes of what's going on and like what's consuming my day-to-day, like this guest bedroom makeover. So that's kind of where I'm at. From a business perspective, it is nearly impossible for me to ignore the fact that I need to be prioritizing making short form content, because my main revenue stream is working with brands and having brands sponsor the content. And if brands don't want to sponsor vlogs, I have to shift my priority. But I really, really miss vlogging, and I don't want the vlog to feel like an afterthought. So that's where things are at right now, on top of all of the other controlled chaos and changes that are happening in this transition period. And I wanted to just be totally honest with you and let you know exactly where I'm at. And hopefully this made a shred of sense. I feel like I just trauma dumped on you. So anyways, today is gonna be a much more normal vlog. There are parts of the guest bedroom that I need to finish today that I have fully dedicated to including just in the vlog, and it'll be exclusive to the vlog. So when you see it pop up in the final reveal, which I am working towards, it will have been completed and hopefully successful. I just realized if I don't find something, then you won't see it because I will not have bought anything. But anyways, we're gonna shop for some more guest bedroom decor flip stuff today, and I will give you an update. We're gonna unbox some of the furniture items that arrived today, and I'm so excited to show you where things are at. Okay, that was a lot. I'm so sorry to start the vlog so intense. I'm headed to a lunch with a friend that just moved from Canada to LA, and I'm gonna take her to a cute little spot in Beverly Hills, and I just popped by her house because she lives in like a really, really cute spot. So we're gonna go see her place, and we're gonna do lunch, and then we're gonna go look for some decor and final pieces for the room makeover.
This is $45.
The fern has entered the shot. Bree says, let me bring the fern in. I promise it'll be worth it. Oh my god.
It's like a little door stopper.
No, it's gorge. Okay, so hi guys. This is Bree.
Hello.
And Bree is an incredible interior designer. We met almost a year ago this weekend.
Yes.
At a party. And we just finally got around to like both being in LA, hanging out, going for lunch, having a wonderful time. Bree wants to chat for a second. We're gonna have a little yap session, but then afterwards I have to show you a little sneak preview of Bree's house because she lives in a literal whimsical dream treehouse, and you are going to die.
Let's do the tour.
A little tour outside of the giant firm that she just dragged up the stairs.
Yeah. Oh my god, can I just say, we went to lunch and it was like a 3.5 hour lunch. Yeah,
half therapy session.
Yeah. Mostly me crying.
It's okay, sensitive girls. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, I need like proof. Like you need to like put up a like picture of my first TikTok username. But I started TikTok in 20. Stop. No, I'm not even kidding. Okay. I started TikTok when I was 2019, and the only username I could think of was Bree, and then I was like, but I should put something in front of it, and like, what does my idol do? And so I can't. My username was DIY Bree for like 2 years on TikTok and Instagram, because this lady was like the blueprint for just like everything. And so anyways, when we met each other last year, I grabbed her. Like, I, like, saw her in the corner. I was, like, trying to play it cool, but I was, like, can't play it cool. I grabbed her, and I was like, you raised me. And then I started bawling. She was like, I don't know. You were so nice. You were really...
I feel like we both also had a few drinks, and so it was very much like,
Yeah, I was just really excited. I was like, there's no way. Like, there was no way. Because, like, I was, like, a girl in Canada, and, like, moving to Hollywood was just, like, never in my plan. And I watched her do it, and I was like, I could totally do it.
any
like,
Canadian girl can do it too.
She did it. I could do it. I can do it.
and then
like,
you did.
And then you did, like, the whole YouTube thing and creativity, and you were, like, my blueprint. I can just yap and yap and yap about
I
it.
literally can't receive a compliment. I'm gonna implode.
Oh, yeah. All I do is I go, you're my idol.
I can't.
And I love you, and I'm gonna remember this.
Anyway, Brie has created the most incredible career for herself.
No, I'm just laughing because I, like, showed you my first YouTube video, and I was like, I cannot believe you're watching this.
You're making me sweaty.
I'm, like, really proud of myself, and I haven't, like, I'm really holding it together.
Hey, Brie has created the most incredible career for herself, and just like the most amazing interiors. You actually might have seen Zane's home makeover for his primary bedroom that you did, and Todd's, and then she's got one coming up with Brooke Averick, and I got to see a sneak peek, and it's real good. But I feel like we should give a little tour. I like have the camera right now so that I'm just egg.
You
I'm
can
just
show
egg.
Currently, you're sitting on an 1800s breadboard.
Oh, I thought you meant you were about to say I'm sitting on an $1,800 pillow.
No,
and I was like, oh,
no. You can sit on any pillow, anywhere.
oh my god. Okay,
It's all...
let me give you a mini tour because we are literally in the most whimsical place I've ever been to in LA.
Yeah, you're like...
Okay, here we go. It's happening. Also, I took the microphone off since we're both yapping, so hopefully the audio quality didn't change too much. But here is Brie in her humble abode. Look at this place.
This is my time to shine.
This is your time to shine. Also, these hydrangeas are insane. There's so many of them.
Yes.
The fresh flowers are so good. Okay, where do you want to start? Let's start here. Okay, you walk in.
Let's start at the entrance.
Okay, let's start here. This is the fern that she dragged up the stairs, 40 pounds.
It was $45.
Oh, $45, you did 45 pounds.
I went to go bring
Wait,
it up.
what a deal.
I literally was
Yeah.
like, is this the right price?
No, that's a great deal. It's a great fern.
Ferns are so great because they can be in shade and they're so affordable. And if you forget to water them, they'll
still live.
be fine.
So many fresh flowers. These windows are literally out of, like, off a castle, basically.
They're original 1920s
20s
windows.
Also, the walls and, like, the plastering is, like, original paper mache with, like, horsehair on the inside as insulation.
Yeah.
All custom.
So honestly, you were like, how did you find this place?
Yeah.
And I said, it found me.
What does that mean?
The previous owner, it was trashed. And I came in and literally scrubbed this place.
Top to bottom.
You'll see in my content. And it needed someone to, like, open the windows.
Give it love. Give it air. Give it love.
Bring it life. Should we show the kitchen?
Oh my god.
This is an old wine tasting table from Italy. And if you live in a small space, something like this is really great because you can fold it up. So it can be like, you know, you can convert it.
And then this is an original bread making board?
Yes. From France. From the 1800s. You know,
so
it's kind of like a jerry-rigged coffee table.
No, but I like how, like, convertible it is because you literally just, like, threw it together. Like, originally it was on two of these.
The tree stumps.
Stumps. And then you were just like, let's just throw it on here.
You know, yeah. And if you're in a small space.
She's a DIY girl.
Oh,
Bring it back in. Let's go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom. Go show the bathroom.
I will cry. Okay. I wanted to bring some color in, so I added a Moroccan rug. Wait,
So
I think you should show the
cute.
kitchen.
I don't want to show. I'll show it for like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. You can see the rest on Bree's. It's on Bree's platform.
Okay.
This
is the bathroom.
shower tiling is so
Let me
out
turn
of
on
this
the light.
world. Look at
It's
this.
original tiling, and I love. Okay,
This arch is so cute.
the architect of this was so smart because there's a window here, and so it gets really dark. So they put
Oh, look at the glass blocks. Yeah.
So it's not.
So it still gets light. Literally, my neighbor has very similar arches. Her house is also from the 20s, and they put a skylight also in theirs.
Oh, that's
which
so
is
smart.
such a good idea.
That is so. But I love
Gorge.
this as a representation because this is original.
The way
From the 1920s, everything comes back in style.
Jeremy would never fit into the shower. He would never
I'm
fit.
5'3 3/4.
Yeah. And like, there's some context for the height wise. This is, I love this.
Cycler. Oh yeah.
So pretty.
And then this window, I wanted to carry in the arch a little bit.
Yeah, good arch nod. Good arch nod.
I really haven't like I really want to like completely replace this with like gorgeous
Like stone or something.
yeah. Like colorful. But
I also like these floor tiles too.
you know what? You're the first person to say.
I like them. I think they're cool and like vintagey.
You know what? They're
Do you hate them?
actually the cheapest tiles you can get at home.
I like them. I do. I think they're nice.
You know what? Cheap and cheerful. We
Yeah,
love
cheap
them.
and cheerful.
And I like how they're little diamonds.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I like them.
Yeah.
I like them.
Do you want to see the bedroom?
No, save it. Save it for yours. Save it for yours.
Okay.
Because you've done.
But-
I'll give a little like.
Okay.
Okay, there. That's it.
But do you want to see the door? Because it's really awkward when people come over, especially boys.
And have to close the door.
And they go, "Can I use the bathroom?" And
Yeah,
I
what
go,
happens?
Well, it doesn't really shut.
Oh, it doesn't shut at all.
I go, okay. And they're like,
Oh, perfect.
I go, it's okay.
It's fine. Right, a boy taking a poop for the first time at your house would be
Pretend I'm not
so
here.
stressed. He'd like hear your noise canceling headphones. Anyways, there's the quick little tour of Bree's whimsical treehouse. Literally, the vibes here, like the cross flow ventilation of this home.
It's so nice.
Incredible. Oh my god.
So nice.
These roses, these are
I do have to say,
gorge.
every morning I wake up and sometimes hummingbirds will fly. I'm not lying.
Into your home. That's
and
unreal.
one time I was sitting here doing my makeup.
Yeah.
And it flew in above me and then flew out. And butterflies, I got a bunch of I feel like I'm like lying, but I'm not. I got these plants, they're called butterfly lavender, and they
attract hella butterflies, right?
oh my god, and
Yes, my
butterflies
neighbor has.
everywhere, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, you know, you live in a fairy tale. Essentially.
Should we show the wishing tree?
The wishing tree!
Yeah.
And then there's a literal, most wholesome thing in the world wishing tree outside of the door.
I know. So my goal is that all the wishes are gonna grow with the tree.
I feel like this branch is coming like towards your door. Like it's gonna be in your house soon.
It's grown so
yeah,
much in
it's
the
grown
past, like,
so much.
in the past 2 months, and then that is like just a special one-off one that a boy made. A very fancy, nice.
Oh, a very fancy, nice boy. I'm gonna make a wish before I leave. Just for the record, I made my wish next to the fancy special boy. Hello, just arrived home. Oh my god, Bree is literally human sunshine. I feel like I very easily absorb the energy of people around me, and so if someone's energy isn't great, I feel like it's very easy for me to feel like low and drained. But leaving a hangout with someone like Bree, I feel so energetically charged. She's literally just like human walking sunshine. I left with flowers and feeling healed. Anyways, we've been meaning to to hang out for so long, and I feel like people in LA are so notorious for being like, oh my god, let's hang out, let's get lunch. And then those plans actually just never come to fruition. But Brie and I feel like have been the type of people who are both like, no, like we're actually going to hang out. And we did, and I'm so glad. And she's heading back to Canada soon, and then we'll be back later on in the fall, and I cannot wait to take her to all of my favorite vintage stores in Burbank in Magnolia Park, which is literally what I'm about to show you, the haul of things that I got in the last episode of Decor Detox where I went vintage shopping, but I like didn't get to do a full haul. And this is what I mean about like having trouble balancing things. I also want to yap. I want to tell you what I like about all the things, and in 90 seconds I can't do that. So anyways, I'm very grateful to obviously have the vlog channel, and I want to show you all the things that I got, and then I'll give you a full update of what's happening. I've got some of the like gold wall geometric shapes to unmount, and a few like photo hangy thingies right here to unmount. I'll just show you this thing first. This was from HomeGoods. My favorite hack is going to a decor store and finding a framed canvas that has a surface that is easily coverable. So like nothing raised, nothing that's like a weird texture that like paint won't stick to, because the wood framing of this art is gorgeous, and it is almost the exact match for the credenza. $55, you just cannot beat having a finished piece of framed art at that cost. Like, it genuinely is so crazy. This is tomorrow's project to cover this up. Also just got the curtains. They are such a good match for the headboard. These are just off of Amazon. So they are, I wanted something that was like semi-sheer because I actually have blackout just like roller shades or whatever for the actual window from like a practical standpoint. Such an easy hack to lengthen the room is to have the curtain rod be much higher than the actual window itself. So these are, I think, 96 inches. I will link them along with everything else that's in the room so far. I have not a playlist, what's the right word? A showcase of all the items that are in the room, including this headboard. I'll add this bedding on, but here are the curtains. You can see they're like pretty sheer, which are really nice. I didn't want something too heavy, so I think this will be good. And then color match wise, can you even see me? Anyways, it's pretty good. It's a little bit lighter, like a touch lighter, but I think it's gonna be perfect once they're actually up. So these are gonna go over here. Burnt orange curtains, not an easy find. I ordered two, and this ended up being the better match of the two. A very specific and not super common color, which I understand. Burnt orange curtains, like that is quite niche. Okay, so from my thrift antique shopping adventure, from the first store, I got these two vintage prints, which are super cute. They are 11 by 14. So I still am finding frames for these. I had originally gotten these from HomeGoods, which do fit in 11 by 14 if I take the mat out. But I think that I want something a little bit bigger. I'm still piecing together exactly what art is gonna go where. I need to go back out into the world. I decided instead of going to HomeGoods today to look for frames, I'm gonna go back to the vintage Burbank area tomorrow in Magnolia Park to find something more unique and something bigger, I think is what I've decided. So anyways, I've got these. I may return them, but TBD. From that same vintage antique store, I got this gorgeous vase, $35. Bitch, are you kidding? I was so scared to look at the price tag. I was like, please don't be $100. I feel like I always play the game where I'm like, okay, if this is over 50, I won't get it. If it's under 50, it's an immediate purchase. 35? Are you kidding? It's huge and gorgeous. This was probably my favorite find of the entire day. The next store, I got this cute little floral cross stitch. Love. This apparently, after posting the episode on Instagram and TikTok, I have learned is an Avon pheasant aftershave. Oh, wow, it really says Avon pheasant aftershave on the bottom. I'm such an idiot. I was like, wow guys, look at this fun quail with something in it. It might be aftershave. Literally the tag says Avon pheasant decanter aftershave. I'm an idiot. But anyways, I love him. He's just so weird. Big fan. Great little just like shelf trinket, shelf knickknack, shelf tchotchke, if you will. Same store. I also got this vintage wine bottle box. I just love the raw wood. It's got some like just cool stains on it. Obviously very worn. And it's just a box, but a vintage box. This was from a small little store in the area as well, but I got this little frame. I just love the colors and like the little tiny pops of colors in the gems of this one. Same thing for like either probably here or depending on if we add any shelving onto the walls, TBD. And then from Home Goods, I got those gold frames. I got this big piece to paint over with the wood framing, and I got these vintage stacks of books that just look very worn. Obviously they're from Home Goods, so they are not antique, but they're giving antique, and that is the vibe. So I got this one, and then I got these ones. I feel like the color scheme is literally perfect, exactly what I was looking for in the room. I haven't decided exactly where they'll go. Likely here, maybe with the pheasant. Oh no, pheasant down, pheasant down. God, the last thing I'd want is like vintage aftershave leaking onto the rug. I also just got the duvet cover of this like beautiful crushed velvet silvery blue duvet. I haven't done decorative pillows yet, which I'm really excited for, but this really is like the perfect match for like the silvery blue within the rug. I think that's everything from the vintage decor haul. Let me show you the new decor pieces in the room. Obviously a little chaotic, especially after filming that little haul. There's the tripod, but here is the headboard and the new bed frame. We've got the rug in place. You can see the matching blues. This side has the leather chair. Here's where I'm kind of struggling. So I had the TV taken down, which 100% from like an aesthetics perspective looks 1 billion times better. But I think what I need now is a giant piece of art to cover this. So that's what I'm on the lookout for tomorrow, to hopefully find something quite large to fill in this corner, because then it also gives me the option of just like remounting it if we want to. I'm not entirely sure, but I think what would make sense is having something like quite large or vertical, but some kind of like pretty statement-y piece here. We've got the green plush bench. There's the freaking pheasant. And then here is the credenza / console table. It is so gorge. You can see the wood of the frame just matches so nicely, and there are some of the items from the vintage haul. But yeah, this thing is so nice. Really had to fully lock in to build this, but it's gorgeous. So I'm thinking that this will get DIY tomorrow. I'm gonna paint something like fun and abstract that ties in all the colors of the room. It will likely get mounted, let me zoom out, like higher but also horizontal, like landscape versus portrait. These have to come down right now. I think this fake plant is gonna go, oh, actually my lamp arrived. I have a gold lamp that's gonna go in this corner. I think this fake plant just like relatively just is not that great. It looks very like plasticky, and so this likely is gonna go into donation or Facebook Marketplace. And then on top of the bed, this is a big ass wall, so I need again something statement-y. So I really need like 2 or 3 more solid statement pieces to really bring this together. I think also once the curtains go up, everything's so blown out over here with this window, but once the curtains go up, that will also help a little bit. But I haven't decided exactly where I want the vintage prints to go. I think I likely will need new frames. There's a possibility where they could go somewhere on this wall, but I think it makes the most sense to just center this above the credenza, centered on the wall, is what I'm thinking. So I don't know, we still have lots of problems to solve. And I really just need another trip to the vintage antique stores to find something that fits the space. What the fuck? Why is this so hard? Oh, I hate styrofoam. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream. Oh, ew, that's why. That's why. Oh, this lamp is pissing me the fuck off. I don't think it's a me problem, and I think it's a lamp problem, to be honest. Also, just based on how that was packaged on some bullshit, I'm like, huh? I'm concerned the threading though of like these individual dowels are not aligning, and I don't think I can fix that. So TBD if this ends up being upright. Oh my god, this is a certifiably shitty lamp. I think I paid maybe $90 for it, and it shows. Oh my god. I ended up having Jeremy come up here and help me because this was truly like just an effort of full brute force. Oh my god. But it's up. It's vertical. Honestly, what kept me going was the inconvenience of having to figure out how to put this back in that busted styrofoam to ship it back if I were going to return it. And it was easier to use brute force. Is it perfect? No. But you heard it here first. This is a certifiably shitty lamp. But listen, it's kind of nice, like especially like when you're kind of far away from it. I'm kind of like, oh, this is like not a bad lamp, but it is a bad lamp. It's a bad lamp. It is a shitty lamp. It is a certifiably shitty lamp. And when you see it, say hello to it because it's staying forever in our home. Shitty lamp is in place, and honestly, she looks great. She really does. I'm about to start adding in some of like the gold touches in terms of like the curtain rod, etc. And shitty lamp, do your thing over there. And then I just unboxed this downstairs. So now that those like gold geometric shapes are down, we can officially get this mounted. Ignore the styrofoam explosion. I still have to vacuum all this up. But this mirror is gorge. Look at the wood detailing. It's got like a 3-layered like beveled edge. I think that's beveled. Oh my god. So it's gonna get mounted to the wall, so it'll probably be a couple inches above the baseboard here. And it's gonna be so nice. It's gonna be so nice. Ugh, I love this wood. It's starting to get dark, so hopefully you can still see like the tones of the wood, but genuinely so gorge. That lamp has me sweating. Oh my god. I have lamp anger right now. I have lamp anger. But wow, you can just see like the tones, even like in this little reflection between the rug and the credenza and the headboard. It's coming together. Hello, good morning. We are starting the day off at World Market. I think that there is a good chance that I can knock off multiple things on the list. The main thing that I'm shopping for at World Market are the decorative pillows for the corner accent chair and then on top of the bed, like the regular ones. And then on top of that, I do feel like World Market does have great art, so there is a chance that we just like knock out the entire shopping list at one stop. How likely do I think that's going to be? Maybe like 20%, But I have my fingers crossed because that would be nice, because I am kind of on like the other side of the city right now, from Magnolia Park, the Burbank like vintage decor stores. But it's okay. I've like left myself the entire day to dedicate towards picking up the last and final things, and then priming and prepping that canvas to then paint tomorrow on the weekend. So that's the plan. Fingers crossed. We'll see how fruitful we are with stop number 1. Hello, we are home, and although that was an incredibly long day, I think I was gone for a total of 5 hours, bopping around so many different areas of the city. I've made major strides and I'm very happy about it. Okay, so World Market ended up being a bust for art, but I got the main pillow for the, just like the bed. I didn't end up getting those like salmony orange pillows. They weren't fluffy enough to chop, and I really want a fluffy choppable pillow. Likely just from Amazon, since it is gonna be a basic. I tried Home Goods, no luck, but I got the main pillow. This is like what I was really looking for today, something like this. Love her. I got these 2 candlesticks for the credenza with a matching burnt orange candlestick. Are you kidding? These tapered candles are gorge. Then I got this copper little watering can for a faux plant. I feel like having something with a little dimension to like hang down off the side of it will be really, really nice. So that's the plan also for the credenza. Is that everything from World Market? I think so. I'm so happy with the pillow. It's like the perfect tones. The green almost matches the plush bench just like so perfectly. The blues from the carpet. I'm so happy. I committed to a large art piece to go above the accent chair on the wall that's like right behind the camera. This is what it looked like. This looks incredibly blue washed, I think, when you've got it in comparison to like the silvery blue gray of the duvet, but it really does actually bring the blues out of the rug really nicely. It is a little more cool toned than I would have liked, but I love this frame. I was originally planning on doing gold, but the brown is just gorgeous. It's like such a great match for the accent chair, and overall just so pretty. She was a little expensive. She was $175, but it is a like just a straight up vintage oil painting, so we're gonna have to dust her off. Even the back of the frame is super intense. Frames just like don't get framed like this anymore, you know? I also got 2 more prints. These are so reasonably priced. It was less than $20 each. I think I'm gonna do this like vintage bathing suit print. The color is just really nice. This was the other one that I liked. I think it's a little too grayscale, so I think this one is just like a great match for the color scheme of the other ones with some like nice reds and blues. And then the frame that I got, this ended up being from Michael's, because Michael's just has like the best coupons and such solid frame selection in person when you need something in a pinch. So I got 3 of these. These are 16 by 20, and then I was able to buy 3 individual mats that will mat to a print of 11 by 14. So I'm gonna go 3 across the wall above the headboard with the vintage prints with the mat. So that's taken care of, that's done, that's done, that's done. What else? Is that everything? I feel like my brain is cooked right now after today. I got some new paintbrushes for this piece. The more that I look at this piece, the more I actually don't mind it. It's boring and it's like giving dentist office to like try and put you at peace. Like it's so generic. But the more that I look at it, I'm like, this kind of does fit the color scheme. The only problem is that it's in portrait and I need landscape, so we're gonna paint over it. But the more that I look at it, I'm like, I don't hate this painting. And then I also just got a handful of new acrylic paint and my receipt. I just picked vintage dust off of me. Okay, that was a wildly successful day. I need to order bed sheets, choppable pillows, paint that, and then we're done. I'm so excited. I also am so violently jealous of how much I like this room more than my room, and so I will be redoing the primary bedroom as well. I I feel like we all saw this coming. I'm just going room by room realistically. Okay, I'm gonna end the vlog here because this is gonna be a long one. I already know, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm excited to read comments and hear your feedback, and I will see you in the next vlog. Bye guys.